everyone, and happy Tuesday training. Today we're going to be going over physical fitness, nutrition, and stress management. Since we have a lot to cover today, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the presentation. And then Coach Cassie is going to be coming on after me around 7:30 hour. We will go ahead and get started. So let me share my presentation with you all. And here we go. All right, so fueling your body for pageantry. Oh, this entails so many things. So, welcome to the recipe for a vibrant journey, of course, through nourishing your body with the right fuel. Now, we're going to explore some of the ingredients that's going to help you make you a healthier, more energetic, and happier you. So the power, the power of nutrition. So with the power of nutrition, you have nutrient-dense foods, which these foods provide like high nutritional value with fewer calories, such as high concentration of vitamins, minerals, and other essential nutrients relative to the calorie content. Examples of this can include like your leafy greens, berries, your lean proteins, which support overall health without contributing to excessive calorie intake. And then also you have, this nutrient-dense foods also support optimal health and disease prevention. So this helps it by basically making sure that you're meeting your daily nutritional requirements, reducing the risk of nutrient deficiencies and chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Foods that contain antioxidants and fiber and healthy fats promote this long-term health. Now, also, when thinking about nutrient-dense foods, this also improves energy and mental clarity. So foods which are rich in nutrients help maintain this stable energy level and enhance your cognitive function. So things such as like whole grains, nuts, seeds, fruits, these provide that sustained energy that you need and help improve your focus, as well as supporting your daily activities and your mental performance. Now, some of the examples that I would say of the nutrient-dense foods, there's like 5 that I want to give out. Like probably, let's do 5. So let's do leafy greens such as spinach and kale. These ones have vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin K, as well as minerals like iron and calcium. They also are high in fiber and antioxidants, promoting, the overall health and reducing the risk of chronic diseases again. Then we have things like blueberries and strawberries. These provide that vitamin C and that vitamin K and fiber and just powerful antioxidants, which berries also help support the immune function, improving your heart health, and also protect against oxidative stress and like inflammation. Then also there's salmon. That's one of the foods that I love. It's an excellent source of like high quality protein as well as omega-3 fatty acids, and it has vitamins like B12 and vitamin D. And it also supports the heart health as well with the brain function and reduces inflammation. And then you have nuts and seeds like almonds, chia seeds. This provides that healthy fat and protein and fiber and essential minerals like magnesium and zinc. And it also contributes to heart health and stable blood sugar levels and improved digestion. And the 5th one I want to say is, and I always seem to pronounce this one wrong, but quinoa. This is a complete protein containing like 9 essential amino acids, and it's high in fiber, and it's also rich in vitamins and minerals like iron and magnesium, and it just also supports that muscle growth, digestion, and overall metabolic health. So these are some of the foods that I would make sure to put you on your grocery list whenever you are going shopping. Now let's get into hydration essentials. So staying hydrated helps with, obviously maintaining your physical performance, but it also helps with supportive cognitive function and promotes the overall health of you as well. So what do we mean when we say maintain your physical performance? Basically, like promote proper hydration will regulate your body temperature, it lubricates your joints, it supports your muscles and your muscle functions, and reducing the risk of cramps and fatigue during the pageant week, during your exercising, during just any kind of daily activities. And with supportive cognitive function, that adequate hydration is crucial for maintaining the concentration and alertness and short-term memory. And dehydration, I don't know if you know this, but that can impair cognitive abilities, so obviously leading to difficulties in focus, so and decision making and overall mental performance. And lastly, with proper hydration, it promotes the overall health. The water is vital for various bodily functions, including digestion, nutrient absorption, and waste elimination. Staying hydrated helps maintain the healthy skin that you have so that you can look gorgeous and shine from the stage in your natural glow. And also it supports your kidney functions. It prevents issues such as constipation and urinary tract infections. Now, one of the things that I researched when putting this lesson together was, what are 5 beverages that you can do to hydrate yourself that aren't just water, right? Everybody always says, just drink water. Like, but some of us want something else other than water. We want to taste something else. So some of the things that you can drink that are not just water: herbal tea. This is caffeine-free herbal tea, that is. It's such as chamomile, peppermint. These provide hydration along with various health benefits depending on the types of herbs you use. Then you could do coconut water, which is naturally rich in electrolytes like potassium and magnesium. Coconut water is also an excellent hydrating option, especially after exercise. Milk, both dairy and plant-based milks, such as almond, soy, or oat milk, that provides hydration along with essential nutrients like calcium, protein, and vitamins. And then you have your fruit-infused water, which, like, if you have your water, but then you add slices of fruits like lemon, lime, cucumber, or berries to the water, that enhances the flavor and the nutritional content, making it refreshing and hydrating, of course. And then lastly, you can do vegetable juice, which is fresh vegetable juice made from hydrating vegetables like cucumber, celery, and carrots, providing like fluids along with the vitamins and minerals and antioxidants. So these are some cool ways that you can get that hydration without having to just drink water. Now we're going to go ahead and go into energizing superfoods, which this goes back to kind of what we just talked about with the power of nutrition. The superfoods are essentially nutrient rich. They boost the immune system. They support long-term health. Now, obviously, nutrient rich, this is, superfoods are packed with the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants, and all those other essential nutrients that you need. And we already talked about how some of these foods include berries, blueberries, spinach, quinoa, that are provide high concentrations of different beneficial compounds in just small servings. But then, these superfoods also are boosting the immune system because many of these superfoods contain, anti-inflammatory properties that usually help strengthen the immune system as well. And then foods like acai berries, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you can actually get these, they actually have supplements in the nutrition stores too, where if you're not getting the actual berry, they have the vitamin for it. But it's like acai, A-C-A-I. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Don't burn me at the stakes. Oh, garlic and turmeric also enhance the body's ability to fight off infections and reduce inflammation. So now, in regards to supporting that long-term health, regular consumption of these superfoods actually contributes to the prevention of the diseases such as the heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and then, of course, again, nutrient-dense superfoods like what I just named out, along with the fatty fish and the seeds and the nuts. They promote cardiovascular health, so improve your blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of these chronic illnesses. So definitely, when you're trying to create your list for your nutrition plan, make sure that you add some of these things onto that list, and just try to make it a habit to make meals with these things. So that way it becomes a part of your daily lifestyle, and you don't have to worry about going out of your way to try to, buy these things and make a whole different new meal with it. See if there's a way that you can incorporate this into your daily habits. So that way it's kind of like second nature when you go to the grocery store. Oh, I need to pick up some more blueberries. Oh, I need to pick up some more chai tea, Now, the next thing we're going to talk about here is mindful eating practices. So being mindful when you're consuming your food will help you with a few things. One, it enhances your awareness and enjoyment. Mindful eating involves paying full attention to the sensory experiences that you're having when you're eating your food, including the taste of it, the texture of it, the aroma of the food. This practice can also enhance your enjoyment and satisfaction from the meal, making that a more pleasurable and fulfilling experience. Now, also, Mindful eating practices are like they help you promote better digestion and portion control. Because by eating slowly and savoring each bite, mindful eating actually helps you recognize your hunger and fullness cues more accurately. This can also lead to a better digestion, as eating at a slower pace allows the body to properly process the food and helps prevent overeating by promoting that portion control. And lastly, you're also reducing emotional eating when you're doing this, because mindful eating encourages people to focus on that present moment and their actual hunger signals rather than eating in response to emotions like stress or boredom or sadness. And this practice can just help reduce emotional eating and develop that healthier relationship with food overall. Now, you're going to want to, on this next slide, is balancing macronutrients. Well, now let's talk about this. Carbs, proteins, fats. Let's talk about it. So, with carbs, these provide that primary energy source. They support that brain function and they aid that digestion and that gut health. Obviously, carbs are the body's main source of energy. So, especially for the brain and the muscle during physical activity, and the breakdown into glucose, which fuels that cellular function and physical exertion. Now, with the carbs and how you're supporting your brain function, these are essential for that, because as the glucose is the brain's preferred energy source, and also this adequate carbohydrate intake helps maintain that cognitive function and mental clarity. And then also with the carbohydrates and whatnot, this aids in the digestion and gut health, of course, like I mentioned before, because particularly those high in fiber, like whole grains or fruits or vegetables, they support the digestive health by promoting regular bowel movements and feeding beneficial gut bacteria. Now, protein. I don't know if you girls know or heard of, I'm pretty certain you have, high protein, low carb diets. So proteins build and repair that tissue. They also support immune function and they regulate your hormone and enzymes. So proteins are crucial for the growth maintenance, of course, and the repair of tissues, including your muscles, your skin, your organs. They provide the building blocks, such as amino acids, necessary for your bodily repair and regeneration. They also support that immune function, which plays a key role in the immune system, helping to produce antibodies and other immune cells that protect the body against pathogens. And then it regulates hormones and enzymes because it's essential for the production of these hormones and enzymes. Which it ends up regulating various bodily functions, including your metabolism, your growth, and your digestion. And lastly, in regards to this, we're going to talk about the fats. These fats they help with energy storage and supply. They help with supporting that cell structure and function. They also help with aiding in that absorption of vitamins. So in regards to the energy storage and supply, like the fats are a concentrated source of energy, providing more than just double the calories per gram compared to the carbohydrates and the proteins. And they are actually crucial for long-term energy storage and endurance activities. Regarding the support of cell structure and function, fats are usually integral and components of cell membranes, and they also help to maintain their structure and fluidity. They also are involved in signaling pathways and cellular function. And let's see, with the aid absorption of the vitamins, the fats are necessary for this because of the fact that it's necessary for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K, which are vital for the various bodily functions, including the vision, the bone, the health, antioxidant protection, and blood clotting. So now let's move on. We are flying through this, guys, but I hope that the information is helpful and that you are getting it. And if you need to watch the replay again, feel free to go back and do so, which is why I always love these things being on Facebook, because you can always go back and watch it again if there's anything that I said too quickly that you did not catch or that you wanted to hear it again. So we might end up having to do a part 2 of this, depending on how quickly or not so quickly I can get through this presentation. So now that I have said that little disclaimer, we're going to go ahead and continue to move on with talking about the importance of rest. So obviously, you want to get some rest in there because it enhances your physical health, it improves your cognitive function, and it supports your overall well-being. Adequate rest is crucial for your body's repair and regeneration. process. It also helps maintain a healthy immune system, reducing the risk of that chronic conditions like heart disease and diabetes, and supports muscle recovery and growth after physical activities, such as working out, such as walking your behind off on a pageant stage, and after you've already been out all day doing community service work with the pageant organization because you're competing for a week. Nonetheless, all right, so also with the importance of rest, you know, rest, particularly the quality of sleep, is essential for that brain health, and it enhances memory consolidation, which improves concentration, helpful for interviews, and boosts problem solving abilities. Adequate rest also helps regulate your mood and reduces stress and anxiety levels. Now, so with the support of your overall well-being that rest does, you know, this regular rest contributes to overall mental and emotional well-being. It helps maintain the balanced hormone levels, reduce the risk of burnout, and promotes a sense of balance and relaxation, leading to a better quality of life. Physical activity for vitality. Now, this will help increase your energy levels as well. And it also promotes the longevity and health as well. And it enhances your mental and emotional well-being, believe it or not. You know, engaging in regular physical activity actually boosts your circulation and oxygen flow through the body, improving energy levels and also reducing your feeling of that fatigue. And exercise stimulates that release of endorphins, like neurotransmitters that promote a sense of well-being and vitality. You know, regularly you doing some kind of physical activity is usually associated with a reduced risk of chronic diseases, and it strengthens the cardiovascular system and improves that immune function, helping maintain that healthy body weight and leading to a longer and healthier life. And you know, physical activity is not only beneficial for the body, but it also is for the mind, because it reduces the stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression by promoting that release of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. I always, you know, please excuse my pronunciations. But regular exercise actually does help improve the mood, and it boosts your self-esteem and increases that overall vitality and resilience. So you'd be surprised, like you just think better, you think clearer, and oddly enough, it just changes your mood when you have a good workout in, or any kind of workout. Like even if you had to push through your workout because it was a struggle, it's just like it really does help the mentality, believe it or not. I know that for me, I usually, especially when I'm stressed out, I just like to go for a run. A good run helps me to de-stress. All right, so let's talk about some cultivating healthy habits. You know, consistency is key. Setting realistic goals is key. Creating supportive environments is also key. So cultivating these healthy habits requires consistency and dedication, obviously, because by incorporating small, sustainable changes into your daily routine, such as eating nutritious meals, staying active, and getting enough sleep, you can gradually establish a healthier lifestyle. And you need to also set realistic and achievable goals, which is essential for that long-term success. Break down these larger goals into smaller ones, manageable tasks that make them seem less daunting and increases the likelihood of success. You know, and celebrate those milestones along the way, providing that motivation and reinforcement that you're going to need for that positive behavior. You also want to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with supportive environments and communities that can greatly facilitate the adoption of these healthy habits. You know, if you have to join a gym in order to make sure that you're around people of a like mind, do that. If you join a yoga class, do that. Like, be around people that have a similar goal, or can at least help facilitate you in getting to your goals. So whether joining, you know, these classes or cooking healthy meals with a group of family and friends, or seeking professional guidance from someone, you know, just having a support system usually to provide that encouragement, accountability, and motivation is key in your journey to wellness. Now, let's talk about stress management. All right, balancing act is what I call nurturing a mental wellness and taming stress. So, welcome to the balancing act. See, she looks so peaceful, doesn't she? I know. All right, so we are going, sorry for the little issue here that we had in the formatting, but that will be fixed when it goes on the classroom. So this is basically an understanding of mental wellness. And so you want to embrace balance, honoring your physical and mental needs. Embracing your balance involves recognizing and honoring both the physical and mental needs. It means prioritizing activities that promote health, such as exercise and proper nutrition, while also allocating time for relaxation, self-care, and mental well-being. You also need to set boundaries and priorities. Embrace the balance that requires setting these things in place so that way you can prioritize your task and your commitment. It involves recognizing your limits and saying no to activities or responsibilities that may overwhelm or detract from your overall well-being. And by focusing on priorities and allocating the time and energy according to whatever you need to be done, you can actually achieve more balanced and fulfilling life. And then, of course, you need to be flexible and you need to be adaptable. Embracing balance is not about rigid adherence to a strict schedule or a lifestyle, but rather about flexibility and adaptability. It involves being open to change and adjusting plans as needed and embracing imperfection. By allowing your room for spontaneity, and unexpected events, you can navigate through life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. So clearly, the formatting has carried over and is probably going to be carried over through the rest of this presentation. So please don't mind the issue that you're seeing on the screen. We're going to keep it moving and we're going to keep it cute and we're going to keep it classy. So understanding mental wellness, holistic well-being, promoting self-awareness and self-care, and destigmatizing mental health. These are things that we need to do when we are pretty much trying to make sure that we're having a holistic well-being incorporated into our lifestyle. Understanding your mental wellness involves recognizing that it is an integral part of overall health and well-being. It encompasses emotional and psychological and social aspects, as well as cognitive functioning. And it's not merely the absence of mental illness, but rather a state of flourishing resilience. Understanding your mental health, or your mental wellness, I should say, involves promoting self-awareness and self-care practices. That includes recognizing and managing your emotions, practicing mindfulness and stress reduction techniques, such as seeking social support and prioritizing the activities that bring joy and fulfillment to you. By nurturing yourself, both mentally and emotionally, you can actually enhance your overall quality of life. And understanding your mental health involves challenging the stigma and promoting open dialogue about mental health. It means recognizing that mental health issues are common and valid, and seeking support or professional help when needed, is not a bad thing. By fostering a supportive and compassionate environment, you can actually promote acceptance and understanding and accessibility to mental health resources. And people would be willing to, even come to you for help whenever they're going through things, because they see that you actually have, you have your mental wellness about you, and it's like you would be kind of a way of, how can I be like you? They would come to you and they're like, hey, before, you always seem to kind of have a good grasp on things and the way things are. You never seem to let things stress you out. What do you do? So, and how can I do that? So, they would actually look to you for the example. Now, when it comes to artistic expression, for this one, artistic expression, it serves as a powerful tool for processing and expressing your emotions that may be difficult to articulate verbally. Through art, an individual can explore and release their feelings of stress, or anxiety or sadness. You also engaging in artistic activities such as painting or drawing or crafting. It also encourages mindfulness and promotes relaxation. Focusing on that creative process in the present moment can help quiet the mind, reduce the stress level, and promote a sense of calm and inner peace. And artistic expression also allows individuals to explore the inner thoughts and the beliefs and identities, fostering your self-discovery and your self-expression, creating art that reflects your unique experiences and perspectives. You can actually gain insight into yourself, building your confidence and cultivating a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Now, mindful movement. let's see. So with mindful movement and exercise involving this involves like cultivating awareness of your body sensations and movements and breath during physical activity. By focusing on that present moment and the sensations of movement, you are able to deepen your connection with your body and enhance your overall well-being. And also, stress reduction and relaxation comes along with this. So with mindful movement practices such as yoga, tai chi, these promote relaxation and stress reduction by incorporating that slow, intentional movement and coordinated breath techniques. And these practices also help activate the body's relaxation response, reducing cortisol levels and promoting feelings of calm and balance. And, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Go previous and previous. So, lastly, I would say that in regards to mindful movement, regular mindful movement and exercise contributes to improve physical fitness, flexibility, and strength, as well as mental clarity and emotional resilience. So, incorporating these things into your daily routines, you can actually experience a range of benefits, including improved moods, better sleep, and increased overall vitality. Now, you all have had a quick glimpse of the next slide. Healthy nutrition for the mind. Now let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do this last slide, and then we will stop it here because I do not want to cut into Coach Kathy's time. So this will be a part 2 next week to finish up on this one. And so with healthy nutrition for the mind, I just want to go over real quick that, for this, we're talking about a balanced diet for the brain health here. We're talking about gut-brain connection. We're talking about mindful eating practices again. So, healthy nutrition for the mind involves consuming a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These nutrient-dense foods, again, are like I'm going to continuously say nutrient-dense foods or superfoods or nutrient-rich foods. Like these things provide that essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids that support that cognitive function, that memory, and that mood regulation. Now, with the gut-brain connection, that healthy nutrition is linked to gut health, which in turn influences the brain health and function. Consuming probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, kefir, and fermented vegetables supports a healthy gut. It supports a healthy gut microbiome. I don't know how to pronounce that word necessarily, so don't crucify me. Which is associated with improved mood, reduced inflammation, and enhanced mental well-being. Now, lastly, with the mindful eating practices, you're going to be practicing mindful eating, which involves paying attention to sensory experiences of eating, such as taste, texture, and aroma, like we talked about before, as well as recognizing that hunger and fullness cues. And then, of course, as we mentioned before, slow down, savor each bite. So with this said, I'm going to go ahead and end the presentation here for today. There's going to be a part 2 of this next week, and I will make sure that the formatting is up to par. Sorry about that, but thank you all for bearing with me. And I see that Coach Kathy is on, so I will actually go ahead and turn the helms over to her for her to go ahead and get started. Hi, Coach Kathy, how are you? Let's see if she is. Oh, I think she's still on mute. Okay, so she'll be on it. Let's let her get it together. But nonetheless, I want to thank you all for being here for this part of the presentation. Like I said, next week we will go through the second half of that, and I will also give out homework. It will be 2 homework, because, well, actually, no, it won't be 2 homework, because actually when I do the second presentation next week, that will actually be a homework added on to Coach Kathy's homework. So yeah, I guess in a way it would be 2 homework. So, but yes, I will go ahead and turn the helm over to Coach Kathy. When she comes on, she will get started with her presentation, and we will continue.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello, hello.
how are you?
I am good, and you?
Good, good. Thank you
Good.
everyone for staying online in regards to the Facebook group. Coach Kathy is here and I won't even take up any of her time. I'll let her get started with her session. I'll come in towards the end, Coach Kathy.
Okay, very good. And I got your note about a hard stop at 8 o'clock. I had a shorter conversation anyways, a little bit. It's something I can curtail a little bit, and I greatly apologize. I got home and my one son was here for dinner, and it just took a little bit longer. I try not to do that on Tuesdays, and it just one of those days. So thank you for
Okay,
your understanding on this.
no
Um,
worries.
so we are still talking about sleep, and I want to know how you all are doing. I need to tell you very honestly that this is one of probably my hardest things to do with my own personal wellness journey because I've got so many ideas in my head that I just love staying up and I can get on a roll and I'm working on this and working on that and I'm having fun. And the next thing I know, I am well past my bedtime, even though, I had intentions on going to bed at a certain time, and it's like an hour later. But I was having so much fun and being so energized with it. But then I still have to wake up at the same time the next day. But I can tell you that when I do get 7 hours of sleep or 8 hours of sleep, I wake up and I feel so much more energized and I can work myself through the day with just a lot of I feel like all the neurons are firing so much better. So I think this is just one thing that I struggle with, and I can totally empathize if you do. We're not going to solve this in the 1 month we have here, but we are like everything. These are things for you to be thinking of and to be working on at your own pace. To get improvement. But I did want then to just remind you some of the reasons why we want to get a good night's sleep. And of course, the obvious is just our health. And we've talked a lot about that. But one another thing is our relationships. Our relationships will improve if we get enough sleep. And it might, you're like, well, how does that matter? But if you aren't getting enough sleep, you are going to be tired. You're not going to have energy to do things with people. When people ask you questions, you might not respond as quickly or as enthusiastically. You can be short tempered. You might want to say, hey, let's just not do this thing, or I don't want to walk as far on the hike, or I don't want to play the third bowling game, or whatever you're working on. Or I don't feel like playing cards tonight. I just, or and hanging out. I just, so your relationships suffer because you can't participate in with other people. And this can happen whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's a friendship. When you start getting enough sleep, then people will notice your mood shift and they're probably going to want to spend more time around you and they're going to enjoy spending their time around you. Another good benefit of sleep is that it can help in your work, in your career advancement. Um, you know, you uh, you have success because of who you are and how you interact with the people around you, be it at a 9 to 5 accounting job, or you're doing retail work helping customers, or in your case, when you're, working the pageants, you're interacting with the other people in the pageants, you're interacting with the judges, you're, looking at them, they're interacting with you, they can sense your personality, your energy. And if you're not sleeping well, when you get your coaching, if you are not getting a good night's sleep and you have Coach Kies or Coach Anna trying to give you hints on how to carry yourself, or how to do something, or they're helping you with anything in the pageant arena, your brain isn't going to be able to fully comprehend all of that and internalize it, and you might not be able to perform at that capacity. So they want you to hold your shoulders up a certain way, and you're just like, "Oh, I'm just too tired." So when you're and it might just be subtle. I was very dramatic there, but it could just be a subtle, but sometimes those subtle differences can take you from, a score of 99 to a score of 100. It can be that 1% can advance you in the pageant arena or in anything else you're working with when you are on the phone trying to, work out something because, you're talking to the car repair people and you're trying to, you don't want to be short with them, or when you're trying to return an item at the store, you don't want to be short with the person on the other side of the counter. And so if you don't get enough sleep, excuse me, all these relationships are going to, you're going to be grumpy, you're going to be constantly tired, you're not going to work as efficiently. So there's a lot of good reasons to prioritize your sleep that way. Um, it also helps your genes stay healthy. Scientists have found that chronic sleep deprivation affects the functioning of your genes. And we've talked a little bit about how it affects how your health is, but this is even deeper into your genes, that your genes, when you sleep, we talked about how your cells repair themselves, and having your genes be in a healthy state and being repaired and not going cattywampus can then also help with your health down the road. And this will influence your immunity. It influences whether you get inflammation. It influences how well you deal with stress, because your genes create the types of pathways for you to do that. It's important for the production of collagen. And we talked about collagen when we were talking about our nutrients that we take. And sleep is super important for the production of collagen, which is crucial for skin repair and cell renewal. It helps with skin hydration, because if your skin is repaired well, it will accept the hydration that you offer it by drinking lots of water or using the proper hydrating moisturizers. And so if you don't get enough sleep, you set yourself up for premature aging, because you're not producing enough collagen, because it's the collagen that keeps your skin looking young and vibrant and healthy. Also, if you are a person that likes to be out in the sun, and I'm not necessarily talking about a beach baby, but just somebody who just enjoys being out. Like, I like going out for outside hikes and things, and I will, wear a cap or a hat and sun lotion, but you still end up with some potential for sun damage from that exposure. And so getting enough when you're sleeping, you can repair, and then that will help your skin repair from the sun damage. They talk about a beauty sleep, and gotta go get my beauty sleep. And there's actually something to it because of the collagen. And so all this is really going to boil into that it may help you live longer. Getting enough sleep is crucial for your body's cell renewal and repair that we just talked about it. All of your body's systems need the downtime. Your liver, your lungs, your kidneys, your stomach, everything needs to have a chance to recalibrate and process what has happened to it during the day. All your cells are getting rid of waste products, and they're strengthening the cell walls, which will help against you fighting off things that are going to be coming at you. So it boosts your immunity. The immune system recharges and prepares itself to fight off diseases and illnesses the next day, because the next day you will come in contact with other diseases and illnesses. And by giving your body a chance to rest, then you will be in much better shape to deal with all of that. And even if you find it difficult to get a full 8 hours of sleep, if you are a type of a person who enjoys a cat nap here and there, that can supplement your night's sleep. But remember how we said before, if you nap, don't make it more than about 20 minutes because then that ruins your circadian rhythm throughout the day, and then you won't be able to fall asleep correctly or stay asleep long enough at your regular bedtime. So, there's that is very important to understand. And then finally, obviously, our heart, because without our heart pumping, nothing can happen. I mean, if your kidney's not doing well, you can do things to take care of your kidney. If your heart's not doing well, you kind of stop. And so there've been research that's been done that your risk of heart disease can be reduced by as much as 30% by getting a good sleep, and maybe even having some cat naps or daily siestas or some downtime, even some relaxing, gentle downtime on a regular basis throughout the day. So those are some additional reasons as to why we should be getting a good sleep. Now, I wanted to also then just go over some ideas, and I'd like you to share in this will be the homework for tonight, is to share ideas of things that you are doing to help prepare yourself for sleep. And one thing that I personally have been doing is a lot of embroidery. And I will put on a movie, or I will and watch that very gently. And it has to be a good movie. I won't watch a scary movie because then that excites you too much. But a nice gentle movie or a comedy TV show, and I'll do my embroidery, or I'll put on some music, and usually not, something I could like, dance crazy to, but something more gentle and soothing. And I'll work on my embroidery. So I will do that, and that has been really, really helpful to me in sleeping. The other thing that I've been doing a lot of is doing an evening stretch. And it's not actually very long. And sometimes I actually do it while I'm laying down, where I just make sure that I really stretch out my toes and stretch out my knees. It's kind of like the reverse of a morning stretch. In the morning, you like to just get up and stretch out, and maybe you'll stretch your legs and your whole back and everything. And you roll your head, get all the kinks out. Well, an evening stretch can be pretty much the same thing. You want to stretch, you want to release the lactic acid that has happened throughout the day. You want to tell your muscles and bones and just your whole body that you don't have to be, the day is done. We don't have to be tightened up. Because even if you don't feel stressful, just existing in life can sometimes put some sort of a stress on your body. So you want to just give your body the chance to unkink, and then you should be able to relax better. I always make sure I fluff up my pillow, and I like to sleep with socks on. Even in the summertime, I don't like cold feet. And so I'll make sure that I have a couple of pairs of socks that are like my favorite sleeping socks because they are so comfortable. They're not as itchy or anything, and they're not too tight. Some socks are just, they seem to be tighter than others. So I find some socks that are really good. As I said, when I do my uh, facial cleansing routine, I try and do that, not like do it and then go hop straight into bed, because the water and the moisturizer and the cleansing process kind of excites my skin, and so excites, me and my senses. So I try and do, and I've been getting better. This is another one that I haven't done as well, but I have been working for the past 2 or 3 months to really get better about doing that nighttime skincare routine about an hour before bed. I'll put my PJs on. So just even the act of putting your pajamas on at some point instead of right before you hop into bed, kind of it's a mental signal. I wash my face, I put my PJs on, I put on my sleep socks, and I'll then put slippers on, and my body knows, okay, she's in her bedtime clothes, she's washed her face, she's not going anywhere. We're ready to get ready to go to sleep. So those are some ideas that I have been using, along with, you'll hear the adage of well, a cup of herbal tea, non-caffeinated. I will, if you are a milk drinker, a glass of warm milk. And that goes actually two ways with that. The warm milk, the warmth is really, really good at being soothing, but also then milk has the calcium in it, and calcium is a can has people have said that it is helps with muscle relaxation. And so, you hear this old wives' tales about drink a glass of warm milk if you can't go to sleep, and that's because the calcium and magnesium in it might have a soothing process for your bones and for your body. So again, it's another signal that nutrient is now in your body, and it helps with relaxing. If you like putting on um, some music, you can either put it on your phone or your radio, but set the timer so that it goes off after about 15 minutes. Nothing I would not suggest anything that has words, even if it's so nothing that has an actual vocal, but even not a song that should have a vocal, but you're listening to the instrumental version of it, because then your brain might start to think of the words, and then that then starts fighting, starts those neurons charging. You want to relax. So find a piece of music that has just the melody, but there's no actual words attached to it. And then you can flow with the melody. Maybe try and find a particular note or a particular beat, and see if you can follow that through, and doing that process kind of like counting the sheep, where the counting is it's a beat, one sheep, two sheep, three sheep, and that's the beat. So you find the beat in the music, and you start to count that very softly to yourself, and that creates that kind of a routine, the momentum, the droning that will put you to sleep. So those are some things that I have done. And for homework tonight, if unless Coach Kies can think of anything else, I would like to hear some of the things that you have been doing over the last couple of weeks since we've had this discussion, or even things that you do on a regular basis. Like, well, I've been doing this for years and this helps me. But let us know what you're doing that really helps you signal to your body that it's time to wind down and go to sleep. Because what we want to do is we want you ideally you want to have you don't even remember your head hitting the pillow. That would be the ideal. But beyond that, we want to be able to lay down on the pillow and just take a nice deep breath and say, okay, I'm ready. And then gently drift off into slumberland. So that is what I have for tonight, Coach Kies. I don't know how that all feels for you.
Perfect. No, it sounds good. And of course, homework will be worth the 15 minutes of free Zoom training if you're able to get it in by Friday. And then you still qualify for the homework award if you are able to get it in before the end of the month. But it all sounds good. Thank you so much for that. I thank you also for keeping it to like underneath the time, because I'm sorry, guys, I do have a hard stop at 8 o'clock, but we do appreciate you all coming out here though. And so Coach Kathy was gracious enough to stay within that limit for me tonight, because I have to head out of here soon. So, but
Well, and,
no,
and thank you again for understanding. Sometimes kids pop in, so that's life, right?
yeah, hey, adjustments happen. It's okay. It's all good. So thank you for coming on. I really do appreciate you. I appreciate the information as well. And ladies, you got your homework from Coach Kathy tonight. For me, unfortunately, for the homework for my presentation, that will be coming next week. So, but yes, thank you, Coach Kathy, for your presentation today. And just do that homework this week, and that will be given you, if you're able to get it on time, you'll be able to get those homework points for this week. And if you're able to get it in before the end of the month, which we're coming up on the end of May soon, which it's crazy, but then you the month is flying by here. Then we will be able to get you in for the homework reward for the month. We hope you have a great rest of your night, ladies, and you too, Coach Kathy. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Tell the family we said hello, and
I will. And then next week is just an email week.
just an
So
email,
I will
yeah.
be, sending an email. And then in June, I think there's my little list. we're going to talk about fitness. So beautiful
Yay!
time of year to be outside exercising. So we're going to be talking about that in June.
Awesome. Awesome. Great things ahead. So, all right, ladies. Well, we hope you have a great rest of your evening or Tuesday evening and a great rest of your week. And we will be seeing and talking to y'all soon.
Okay.